coming to you from the Mumbai Cloud and Data Center Convention, and joining us now is Sreejith G from Telemedia Global Data Centers, India. Thank you so much for joining us, Sreejith. I'd like to begin by asking you, before we delve into the data center space, you've had a long career in technology. Can you take us through how you found yourself in the data center space?
Oh, thank you so much. First and foremost, thank you W.Media for having me here in this event, and thank you for inviting me for this particular media interaction. So it's the right question. So if you ask me, I am basically a network engineer. So I started my career way back in 1996 with those times I was a computer engineer into networking. So I used to manage the computer internetworking the initial period of time. Then I was one of the few novel network experts in the country back then. So I had an opportunity to set up various network infrastructure for various banks, especially SBIs that point of time implementing the large scale. Then I was working with Citibank for a while. There I was managing their novel network infrastructure, and then I moved to telecommunications in Citibank. Then I joined Sreejith Technologies, where I had an opportunity to expand my career in telecommunications. And then basically the networking aspects, the broadband network. So I had an opportunity to set up first broadband to home network in Mumbai. So that way came to Mumbai. And then gradually moved into the data center piece of it. In Sreejith Technology itself, I used to manage their alt data center. Then I became an operations manager for the data center, managing the network side of it. Then moved to the infrastructure side of it. Then infrastructure kind of excited me in kind of power and cooling and coming up the other aspects. So we started building. Then I had an opportunity to build a cable landing station in Mumbai. So that was another good experience where it excited me to come to a data center. So then eventually I was becoming a lead operations for Sreejith Technologies. Then I moved on, and in STT I joined 5 years back as an operations head for India. And soon after I joined, it was COVID and COVID related challenges where we need to have people deployed at locations and to take care of them. And customers were away and worried about their infrastructure, but luckily we could manage the entire piece of infrastructure with 100% availability. That was good. So then STT, as you know, it's a plain colocation provider, and we wanted to be in plain colocation provider. And today, if you look at it, we are close to 300 megawatt of operational capacity, and we are into large expansion. And our vision to become a gigawatt of capacity by 2030. So the data center infrastructure build is on in various cities, including Mumbai, Chennai, Pune, Bangalore, NCR, and Hyderabad, and some of the tier 2 cities like Jaipur, Cochin, Vizag, and so on and so forth. So that is where, if you ask me, is my journey.
Okay, so after all these years and dabbling in all these different aspects of the digital infrastructure industry, what is it that still excites you about it today? What is it that makes you feel most upbeat as a technology professional here in India today?
See, always I'm excited with the challenges which come across. Now, if you look at, I manage with almost all the flavors of customers, starting with, see, majority of our business share is with hyperscalers, right? The top hyperscalers, all of them are our customers in some of the regions. So let's say some regions like Pune, we have a share of one hyperscaler. When it come to Mumbai, it is a different one. When it comes to Delhi, a different provider. And we do have about 800 odd customers, be it small, medium, and large, starting from hyperscalers to BFSIs to manufacturing to other government customers, right? So the requirement from these customers are kind of diverse, right? So we need to meet these diverse service level agreements with the customers. That is a big challenge. Some of the data centers are multi-tenant data centers where they have a common infrastructure, and we will deliver variety of SLAs to customers. You know, that happens. Power is kind of a little okay nowadays, but cooling is little tough to handle, right? Then their own challenges, their own challenges of infrastructure related issues, their expansions, their scalability. The old customers wanted a customer hosted in a facility. They wanted the capacity there itself. So scalability become a big issue. So some places we have a challenge to go beyond a capacity, right? So it happens starting from the capacity as a utility capacity from the authority sides, then to scale or retrofit some of the aspects into the current data centers. Right. Then coming into the new data centers, right? So the build timing is a problem. So if you look at today, a greenfield data center, so we take about 18 to 24 months to deliver a data center. But if you look at customers, they want it today.
They want it yesterday.
So that's a big challenge. And again, today we talk about 10 megawatt. Tomorrow we talk about 20 megawatts, right? And after tomorrow we talk about 100 megawatt. So while we talk, it is simple, but to ground, to design, and fit out, it is going to be a difficult task to accommodate. So if you ask me, the excitement is here. So to meet these requirements, how do we plug our expertise? How do we leverage our experience and managing and coordinate between various pieces of it? Supply chain is a big challenge.
Yeah, I was going to come to that.
So it's a big challenge, and supply chain, a lot of challenge. So we thought of COVID was the
There's
big
so
challenge.
much happening geopolitically also. There's just so much turmoil.
So when COVID happened, we thought about COVID was an unprecedented challenge. But post-COVID, if you look at when the Ukraine-Russia problem, and now the Israel-related issues, so it opens up a variety of this. So even I had a big challenge to deliver one of my large data centers to a customer just because of a supply chain problem with the Red Sea logistics issue. So this is where it is challenging. This is where exciting to solve those issues.
Another challenge in terms of delivery, you said that customers want everything today or even yesterday, but customers are also getting very, very ambitious. People are talking about gigawatt scale data centers. Realistically, how can you overcome those challenges? Because it's not like you have a choice, you will have to overcome them somehow. But do you have like a roadmap or plan of action when you're envisioning these large giga projects? What is the thought process like?
See, today if you look at it, not only customers, a lot of people are talking or announcing or having MOUs signed, nothing less than a gigawatt, right? Now, we understand the challenge. Building a gigawatt of capacity, it is not that easy, whatever technology you're talking about. If you look at today, the total infrastructure, data center infrastructure capacity in India is not even reached gigawatt. We are expecting to reach gigawatt. We are expecting it to double by next 2 to 3 years. And maybe about 3 gigawatt of capacity 2030. That's what the industry is talking about, industry is moving about it, right? When you talk about this customers coming and announcing, or they wanted to have an ambition of this large capacities. Earlier, they used to come and talk about this capacity and throw the challenges to the service providers like this. Then later on, they thought, okay, it is an easy business. Let us do it ourselves. So few of our customer world, they wanted to set up a large capacity, and they're still trying. And some other people, they have changed their model. They again wanted to partner with some other people. Right? And getting the permission on the ground. So let's say 1 gigawatt of capacity means the grid level capacity, the conductor upgradation.
Getting powered land.
It's a problem. So real estate, somehow we may be able to solve the issue. So let's say the recent announcement, when I heard about, I don't want to name it. So this gigawatt announcement happened in Vaishak, right?
Right.
So the real estate is not an issue at all. Now from the real estate to enable to core and shell, to get the power availability,
right?
The grid capacity upgradations, right? This is going to be a challenge. I'm still waiting and watching how this gigawatt is going to achieve.
Right.
So it is not going to be as easy as we speak about it.
So would you say there is, because there are conversations about the fear of a bubble, and that bubble is driven by AI dreams.
Correct.
So realistically, as a technology professional, this whole AI journey, what is it that we are not seeing? If you were to do a SWOT analysis of the AI situation we find ourselves in, where are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are the opportunities and what are the threats, especially the ones that we are overlooking?
You rightly said about the bubble, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the data center capacity for the last 15 years, if you look at it, earlier it was predominantly from the domestic market of BFSIs. Then the cloud came into picture. So the entire demand driver was cloud. Now it is changing to AI, right? And it is there. It is visible. It is no more a buzzword. It is happening. So it's, I am building, you know, about 100 megawatt of data center in Mumbai itself for an AI customer for an AI workload itself.
Right.
Right? And so on and so forth. Then we talked about a customer announced it. That is for an AI. So definitely AI is an enabler. Right? Now it is an opportunity for all of us. Right? If you look at, you know, if you ask me sort for us, you know, our strength, yes, we believe that we can build it, right? And we don't go with this kind of, you know, the fictions or the buzzwords or unrealistic things. So we wanted to take it a little conservative way.
Yeah.
We wanted to put across to customer, boss, it is not that, you know, you can build a 1 gigawatt data center in next, you know, 5-10 months. No, it is not going to be possible. Still, it will take time, right? But you know, if you want to take it, you can take a bet on it, right? That is where, you know, all of us are going to go and secure some of the land parcels. For example, for STT, we have just acquired a 50-acre land parcel in Mumbai, and off Mumbai, considering to build 500 megawatt kind of capacity in next 5 years. And again, I'm very clear, next 5 years.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that, you know, I have acquired a 50-acre land, I'll be creating, you know, 500 megawatt of capacity in next 5-6 months. No, it's not possible at all.
Right.
You know, we don't tell to customers, or we don't give any kind of wrong commitment to anybody, right? And we have to, you know, respect and live with the law of the land, right? Of course, we are rightly engaged with the government authorities. Government is also kind of, you know, reacting positively.
You just signed an MOU with the government of Maharashtra.
We sent an MOU, and I'm talking about, you know, they are also releasing the data center policies.
Right.
Now the talk point is that national data center policy is going to come in.
Have you had a look at it? What's your take?
Yeah. So this is going to be exciting. So this is where, you know, we can talk about our, you know, our strength. We can just shape it. Right. And there's also an opportunity. And if you ask the threat, we don't know the kind of, you know, today the AI demand is there, and we build. And building is huge. So if you look at per megawatt, if you want to put it, the infrastructure cost itself it is, you know, 50 lakhs rupees, if you ask me, right? For 100 megawatt data center, it's going to be 500 crores. I'm talking about fit out itself, the real estate, everything is going to be added up. So if you invest this kind of this thing, and we are a service provider, AI demand is today. What is happening tomorrow, we don't know. That is a big threat, if you ask me. And that threat is there in the business model.
Right.
Why? Because the investment we stood today, and our business is clear infrastructure back to back. Our payback period is nothing less than 7 years. So this demand driver and the customer who is holding the demand, they have to run the business consistently for 7 years for us to break even.
Right.
That's a big threat.
Yeah. ROI.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of enthusiasm, though, are you seeing for liquid cooling adoption in the projects that you are involved in?
Yeah, so liquid cooling, again, it's a part of AI.
Right.
So AI is again large workload, right? So traditionally, if you want to accommodate a data hall of 500 kilowatt, today that is going to accommodate about 5 megawatt, right? That is where the density AI generates. So the technology has to change, right? The computing equipment is drastically changing by the way of, you know, GPUs are coming in.
NVIDIA is talking about a 600 kilowatt rack.
Yes, that's what, you know, even, you know, we have this kind of, you know, customers, they set up their R&D labs with us. So we support them, right? So the technologies are the liquid cooled technologies, whether it is, you know, direct liquid cooled to the chips or to the liquid immersion cooling chips. So these are all creating the density, right? So this is enthusiastic. Technology is going to be drastically changed, right? Some of the people like you mentioned about NVIDIA, there are chip manufacturers, right? They manufacture a chip, but where is the backend infrastructure? So they come up with the GPU, and people like us, we need to create this infrastructure, right? Traditionally, we used to create air-cooled based infrastructure. Today, we are creating liquid-cooled based infrastructure. But again, each liquid-cooled technology, the backend infrastructure is going to be different. So while we create a backplane infrastructure, we make it. But in the data hall, we customize this design to meet the AI, the type of the technology. If it is direct, to chip cooling, we have to create an infrastructure based on the water distribution system. If it is a liquid immersion cooling, then there will be containers, right? Then there is no cooling infrastructure is not required. The containers has to be cooled, and the plate heat exchangers kind of technologies to keep it, and the heat exchanger happens. So what is the heat required for that? The synthetic liquids who cools the chip, and what kind of the chillers and backend infrastructure we want to use it, right? So that is one. So by looking at this, what we have done, we have set up an AI lab in our Pune campus. So Pune is our big campus.
Right.
So Pune, currently we have 5 data center as operational, which is 20 megawatt. So it's a 150 megawatt data center campus in Pune. So actually, people are talking about 100 megawatt, 200 megawatt.
Yeah.
So if you look at our Pune data center campus, it's the first campus in India which actually has the 100 megawatt contract demand from the utility service provider. So we currently have 150 megawatt, the demand, and we are going to have another 150 more. And there we have set up a AI lab. So we have demonstrated all the technologies, right? Starting from the rear door heat exchangers to DCLC to including the liquid immersion cooling technology. So we demonstrated all the liquid cooling technologies. The idea is to test for the technologies, right? Then they give an awareness or a team. So we have not spoken about how do we manage this infrastructure, right? Setting an infrastructure is just a small piece of it. Now we may have to operate this facility for next 15-20 years, right? So today, if you look at it, skill is a big issue in data center. It's very difficult to get the skill.
This is what I want to talk about, though. I mean, we're in India. Everybody is an engineer. Why is it so difficult to get skilled labor?
The skill set required for managing this infrastructure. So if you look at our infrastructure, 24/7, right?
Always on, yeah.
And we have to get that people mindset who can work open for 24/7, working in rotational shifts, right? And they also want to have, the technology people who want to work hands-on into making their hands dirty, right? Unfortunately, the skill set development is not up to the mark, right? Either we have the tier 1 colleges like IITs and IITs, and then we go to tier 2, tier 3. It's a lot of
also the absence of cross functional training, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. So the skill development, what we do typically, we go to, let's say, various colleges, right? We take maybe, for an example, from tier 1 colleges for a R&D specialist, for a subject matter expert. But we go to tier 2, tier 3 colleges and source for people who can work in 24/7 operations and then develop them.
Right.
We don't get a ready-made resource.
So you have to reskill them in a way.
Reskill them. Now we just cut the talk by talking about the liquid, the lab perspective. So the lab predominantly to use to train these people, right, and creating the SOPs. Do some kind of experiments and do some kind of simulate some kind of failures. So we do simulate some kind of failures, and we let people to act, to test their skills or develop their muscle memories, right? When we give the training, that is not enough. So what we do in our operations specifically, more than training, we do drills based on the real scenarios, right? We test our people, not only testing the people, to enable them to respond on situations where some of the things comes in, and how do you respond it? So this is really challenging, and then retaining the people, retaining the talent. So people are enthusiastic today. So unlike earlier, the talent is not going to be staying with you maybe for 5 years. It's very difficult. So we are finding ways and means to excite the new generation to first come and join, and then stay invested and
Maybe
cater
you
these
should take more
challenges.
lectures. Your enthusiasm is so infectious.
Exactly.
Okay, now I want to talk about sustainability just for a bit. It is clear that there is a commitment towards it, but how easy or difficult is it to incorporate all of those ideas, especially international best practices, putting them in place in a country like India where ground realities are slightly different?
Yeah. If you ask me, nothing is simple. It is difficult. So, we practice sustainability. We call it as ESG.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard about
Yeah,
this ESG,
environmental sustainability goals.
sustainability and governance. So, when you talk about sustainability, people talk about more on the, green energy,
Right.
solar energy, wind energy, carbon neutrality, right? So, this is one part of it. So, let's say we are also having a high aspiration to be carbon neutrality achievement
Right.
by 2030. And we
Right.
are working towards to it. And when it comes to renewable energy, we also source renewable energy in form of, largely from solar system to hydroelectric systems to wind power. We do that, right? Majority of solar, and we have a group captive partnership with many of the few of the partners, and we source energy. And today, if you speak, we are gradually moving up to 50% at this point of time, closely 50% of our usage as renewable energy. So that is one part of it. Second, various other aspects, right?
Right.
How sustainable you are, how green aspects you're talking about it. It starts from the equipment selection. What kind of equipments you select, what kind of emissions it makes. For an example, for a fire suppression gas, which gas you want to take it, or a energent you use in the chillers, or a AC units. What kind of gas which is going to be there in the system. So we have some guidelines, right? Then when we talk about the social aspect on a various note,
Right.
not only on the CSR aspect, but we do seriously do some of the social aspects. If you ask me, we are kind of developing a total ecosystem for farmers downwards in Gujarat, which is happening good. Then we talk about safety, right? Safety is a real big topic. If you ask me, in India, the amount of construction is happening in huge way, especially in data center industry.
Right.
We have an aspiration to triple our capacity. Today,
Right.
as I told you, we have an operating capacity close to 300, and we want an aspiration to build up 1 gigawatt. The amount of construction is very huge. So the first and foremost, we care about the safety, right? We have developed safety protocols and safety minimum standards. So when we onboard a partner, they have to comply with this minimum standard.
Right.
If not, whatever best technology they have, whatever best price they bring to the table, we don't.
It's a
we
sense
don't
of
take
responsibility that is
It's the
guiding it.
responsibility we wanted to take it.
Right.
The idea is that we take care of the even for the last piece of the labor class one, we wanted to ensure that he reaches back home safely.
Of course.
So that is where we take about the all 360 degree of environmental, social, and governance. Not only the green aspects or the renewable energy alone. So this is where we come into the sustainability aspect of it.
Perfect. Final question. You attended Mumbai CDC today. You were a panelist in our discussions. I believe you also had the opportunity to network quite a bit. What was your experience like, and any feedback for us?
Really, W.Media is always great and fantastic. And I am fortunate to have represent many of the events. I think last time I attended in Chennai, and now today in Mumbai, and of course I had an opportunity to moderate one of the sessions, and I was a panelist for another session. Both were good, and I like the coordination and the kind of audience comes in. The vibe is there, so the people like, and especially the people like me, I'll not be excited if the people are not around. So good part of it, people are around, good audience, interactive audience. Panelists were good, and of course, the W.Media have a good set of people, and again, the same set of people. You are able to retain the people, I would say, right? It's good, nice to see the event is. I don't know, it is very successful. Real good to see. And again, personally for me, I could meet many of my industry colleagues, old friends. It's very difficult to meet otherwise. So a lot of networking happened. I'm happy for that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you so
today.
much.
Thanks for this interview.